students. So we are going to learn about a new topic, which is communication in mass communication. So what do we understand by the term communication? As you all know that communication has various factors, that is man-to-man language or communication and information, right to communicate. So first we are going to learn about right to communicate. As we all know that we have the right to speak freely, the right to information, right to freedom of speech and expression. So there are many authors who have given various informations about communication. For example, we can take the name of Ashley Montague and Floyd Matson. So their part of information is, it is a clash of symbols. They defined it as a clash of symbols. Right? And they have also defined that it is the most essential human connection. Essential human connection. Defining communication. Communication means interchange, interface, dialogue sharing, communication and commonness. Communication and commonness. It presupposes a symbolic environment and a social relationship among those who participate in it. We can define them as interpersonal face-to-face connection. Okay, so now I'm going to write interpersonal face-to-face communication. What do we mean by this? It is meant by that it's a directly face-to-face communication between two persons. It is, in other words, a dialogue or a conversation without the intervention of another person on the machine, like the telephone or a two-way radio or television setup. It is a personal, direct and intimate, allowing for maximum interaction and exchange in word and gesture. Indeed, it is the highest, the most perfect form of communication that two persons can attain. It can be a direct or a personal or telephonic or maybe a radio setup. We can also divide them as focused and unfocused interactions. Focused interactions, 3 stages of interpersonal communication. I'm not going to go in that. There are also like interactive communication, mass line communication, Western models of communication. So right now I'm going to point about the Shannon and Weaver model of communication. So Shannon and Weaver model of communication. These two people have defined the term communication in various forms. So we are going to discuss about that. So what is the first form? That is the topic about which we are speaking, that is the information or the source. So I'm going to write here information source, which simply means the source of information, like through the channel which we are communicating. Then it's a message. After then we are transmitting the message, which is a transmitter. So I'm going to write here transmitter. So what we have learned, that the first process is information, that is a source of information. Then we are transmitting to a message. Then the transmitter or the transmission of messages. So how can we transmit the message, right? So we are going to do it with the signal. So here I write signal. Signal can be a received signal, that we are going to get the information that we have received the signal or not. So received signal. Yeah. Then the receiver who have received the message. So I'm going to write here receiver. So the final destination is a destination to which we have received the message. That is the destination. So it is a noise source. Noise source. So I've just discussed about some of the basic points of communication theory, that is the right to communicate, and then I've given some examples of 2 people who have discussed communication in 2 forms, like Ashley Montague and Floyd Matheson. And there are different kinds of communication, like the interpersonal communication. And so what do we mean by interpersonal communication? That is a face-to-face communication. Face-to-face communication. There are also other people who have defined communication in various forms. There are Indian communication theories also. So that's it. I've discussed about it. Okay, thank you.